turned the big 2-1. Flight of here. So we'll go ahead and get started with the first question. Are women more likely to seek validation from social media likes than men?
Validation, I think, speaking in general, probably. Because most men don't really care about that. Majority of men don't really care about social media. I think more women, majority of women do. But I think there are some on both sexes. But I think in general, women probably do seek the validation, which I don't even know why, because it's all false anyway. It's like a false sense of validation from,
Well, I'm going to say this. I do think women more than men, but nowadays men are heavy into it as well. But what they need to realize is, like I had discussion with my girlfriend, people just and keep it moving. They're not really saying you look good. They like what you're showing or they like what you're doing. It's just a like thing. So I asked one of my girlfriends, like, why did you like that? Like, that's horrible. She's like, girl, I just be swallowing and I just hit like on everybody. So for those of you that are seeking validation on likes, do know there are people that just hit it and really don't like it, don't even care, they didn't even pay attention to it. And we just hit like.
The like, not like hit it.
Right. Well, hit the like, the heart. And I don't know what Facebook has it because I'm not. But
I mean,
they have the heart thingy too. They do. Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I want the likes because my Instagram is monetized, so give me the like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, I don't care. I mean, obviously, it's not like real.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
like,
No, my bestie is hers as well. They pay her as well. And so, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Not mad at it.
And I feel, if they going after the bag, of course, that's what's most important. But I
Right.
do believe that women seek likes more than men.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I feel that one thing about women, it ain't so much about how somebody make them feel, but it's how they make them feel about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So when they see the multiple likes, it makes them feel good about themselves.
So, but what about like when you don't see it? So then at what point is it like, you know what I mean? Like, why are we
It creates a false
self-worth?
Right. It creates a false
Off of
sense of self-esteem in no one. Right.
Check. Is that working? Check 1, 2. Got it. All right, just let me know.
Matt is my guy. That's my guy.
I love Matt. When I got through my white boy phase, I'm a snatch. Matt, that's money. He's a gang. Good.
Yeah.
Like, just to be clear,
Just in case.
to get my white.
All right, we good?
But it's just crazy because now I do see some guys that post stuff and I'm like,
Why?
is this a thirst trap?
Oh, yeah. Like, they definitely do that. But I don't think the women are liking it. They're more so in your DMs, right? Like,
DM.
the thirst trap. Oh, no, because they be in the.
I'm so scared to do that.
What, thirst trap?
Go into someone's DMs.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like you're just going the opposite of like a natural progression of things. Like, you shouldn't be like, hey, my name's Alicia.
Right.
Now, I did that to reach out to Ricky to be on the show. And even then, it was like, hello. But now I've had people in my DMs, and it was just kind of like,
Right, creepy.
Good.
For me, I don't usually respond. If I don't know the person, like, or the conversation seems like it not going nowhere, I don't respond because sometimes I feel like somebody may try to set
Yes.
people can screenshots and
Right.
and I don't have time for that.
He's trying to talk to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Hey.
Absolutely.
Right.
now there was one time I told y'all oh, you weren't here. I'm back and forth on dating websites, and so somebody that I was friends with on Facebook inboxed me and said, I swiped right on you. Not hello, not anything.
Oh
That was it. I swiped right on you, and I was like,
but I hate when you leave the actual site to come onto another platform and say, hey, like, I didn't swipe with you on here, so why are you coming over here? You done went and sought me out on another.
Maybe they thought I wasn't paying attention.
I've never done them.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done. I've had friends and like, you should do it, or thought about it. I know people that have met people on them, gotten married, been in relationships for years with them. Yep. I don't know. I have this thing, and I like.
Now, back in my 20s.
Because they would have had it in my 20s.
In my 20s.
Black Planet.
Thank God.
Black Planet.
And but I had a really close friend, and I knew like she was a good person, needed a good guy, and so I said, I'm gonna make a profile for you. So I see it, and there was this guy, and I was like, I was communicating for her as her, and I said, okay. I got to a certain point. I said, he wants to meet you. This is your login and password. That was in my 20s. They're married to this day.
Oh, nice.
I said, now how in the hell I can get somebody for my plan, not for myself?
Those things creep me out. I be on there for like 2 days. I'm like,
I had a stalker once. So I'm always nervous about stuff.
Yeah, that's scary. I had an ex that was a stalker, but
in his mind,
you knew who he was?
In his mind, we dated. I had met him, like, I was at a bar. I'm a bar chick. I will go at a nice restaurant and sit at the bar and eat and have some drinks, talk to the bartender, so if he talks to me, I'm going to have a conversation. I'm a conversationalist. So I don't have a problem with that. And he was like, he would be there every time I went, but I thought, just like it was my spot, I thought it was his spot. And then I started noticing that I would be other places and I would see him. And at first I thought, because it's a small town, Palm Beach is small,
right?
And I thought, oh, okay, wow, you come here too, kind of thing, Then I started seeing him other places that I know he shouldn't have been in. And I'm like, okay, something right here. And then one day he showed up to my house. He had followed me home, apparently. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it right.
Do you think that's why you're kind of, like on the social media thing, you're kind of like not there? You're there, but you're not there?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's dramatic.
Probably for him after that, but not so much for me.
So when he came to your house, like, what'd you do?
I said, one moment. Because I was getting out of my car and I was going to the door. He's like, oh, lady. I was like, oh, okay. One moment. And I politely put my purse and unzipped my purse. And
you had your protection, your peace and protection.
Without it.
It's crazy.
Real crazy.
That is crazy. But I do believe that social media and some of those dating sites work well for certain people.
Yeah.
Right.
Like usually people that may be very busy, with their careers and don't have time to go to social settings to meet, folks.
Yeah, right.
So for sometimes those folks, depending on the profile and everything, check out as far as they check all the boxes. It could work well for them. But me, I'm more of a social person, and I like to see and understand, what I'm dealing with if I chose to go that way. And sometimes when you're on them sites, you don't know. They putting their game face on, and it's a mask, so everything look good. So,
Right.
I prefer meeting somebody or having connection with somebody that both of us
Right.
was a good match. Something like that I think would work best. But not knocking the social media sites or the dating sites because they work well for certain people.
Right. Yeah, no, I knock it because, like I said, I have friends that did it. I know people that have gotten married off of it. I think it's awesome if you can work with. I'm not sure if it's for me.
Oh, I activate and deactivate.
Oh, okay.
Activate and
Listen, the dating pool is very slim out here in these streets right now. So if you can reach a broader audience on a dating app outside, do it. I tell anybody to do it. If you're not able to travel, that may be your best option. Fortunate I can travel, but
yeah. If they, I think it's cool.
No disrespect to you. I don't know your situation.
I don't think the pool is really, because it depends on where you're fishing at. You know, some women they fishing, not so good places, and
some good places.
Yeah.
Okay,
Please tell me.
hold on, it depends on what you're looking for.
Great men, great caliber.
But that could be very subjective. You know what I mean? If you're looking for some guys who, career driven and things like that, you may want to find yourself in some better. You may not want to go to the everyday nightclub. You may
I don't do.
maybe join a golfing association.
Oh, I play.
Maybe going to a fundraiser.
Do though. So I'm like,
But
but I
that's
still haven't.
different guys like that. Maybe going to a fundraiser event. Going to these different types of settings because you got a different pool of men that are there.
Most of those men in those settings are married. Because I go to
Majority. I said majority of, but
Right.
I think your numbers still look better there than going to the club.
because
Well, we not going to the club.
they're mostly all married. I'm telling you.
I disagree. I humbly disagree. I humbly disagree. And then also, I'm part of an amazing organization.
Oh my Lord.
Called one of the best is Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. And we always have different parties, different
Where you
events.
guys advertise these parties?
No, the way to advertise them. We're doing a Mardi Gras that's going to be coming up pretty soon. Probably in the month of May, we'll be doing one here. But we got chapters throughout the world, and they all doing Mardi Gras. Like we just had a nice Mardi Gras with one of our chapters up in Orlando.
Okay.
Pretty nice. My chapters in Miami, Fort Lauderdale. So they're always doing some different things, and not only just our organization, but a lot of other organizations within the Greek that are organizations. They do great events as well. So you're dealing with educated men. Not saying all of them are great, but you have a better chance if you're gonna roll the dice. I would say double down over in that area. So that's
Okay.
So it just depends on what you are and what you're looking for. You just gotta you gotta position yourself well and be intentional with your efforts.
Okay.
I guess my efforts aren't intentional. I'm gonna be 100. I don't seek. I don't.
I like to be
seek.
You can seek for sure, but I think you can just be like with a nice facial expression and just inviting and just like giving this.
You have to be careful with that. You have to be careful with
If
that.
you looking at me or looking at you and I look away, that means no. That don't mean clothing her. Because that's what most times you're like. I said, no, you didn't see the no with my eyes. Like, what?
Yeah, those moments. You know how those moments, because I will put my earphones in and act like I'm in this, like I'm talking to somebody, and I'm like, don't come over here. Don't.
Yeah.
And then they still call here. Still, and then on the phone, I'll play like I'm on the phone sometimes, and they'll still say, I'm on the phone.
But I think our men taught like no means yes type of thing when it comes to approaching women. Like you don't look at the signals like this is a no.
Sometimes I believe some women like that. That tenacious, that tenacity. Some women really like that. They want somebody to chase them. And that's what they feel. Me personally,
I don't want you to chase me, but I need you to read the room.
Getting confused with chased versus pursued. Because
pursued is
different.
Okay.
For me, if I say I'd like to be pursued, that means let me know that you're interested.
Right.
What your intentions are.
Right.
And if I am feeling you, then yeah, I'll start engaging in conversation. But if
exactly.
I don't mean keep going.
Right.
But I don't have the welcoming facial expression.
I've been told that.
See, and I think sometimes that could be the problem because some women.
But how are you supposed to be sitting here with like a clown without smiling at me?
Not necessarily.
I mean, it depends for me. I've told it depends on my mood. I think sometimes my approachableness. There are times that I've been told, guy friends to tell me they straight up with me. Sometimes I'm not. They say I'm intimidating. And I've heard that throughout my entire life. So they say, you're intimidating. And I don't understand it because I don't know how I'm intimidating. But I do know there are moments that I know, like, don't approach me. Like, I'm giving that energy. More so than the facial gesture, my energy, I say, don't approach me. I'm not in the mood. No, and that should be respected. You understand? Because it's not like men don't have moments staying in the mood. You know, they're not trying to pursue a woman. They don't want to be bothered. They don't really want you in their DMs like that. So and vice versa with us. Or even when
y'all go out, do y'all just go out? I mean, because I don't want to make the assumption, but sometimes you guys go out and you just want to go out just to be out, not necessarily to go out and
have somebody all over trying to get a drink.
Absolutely, usually that's
me a drink.
Yeah, usually that's the situation. You know, I know me, I'm not going out to really meet nobody. I'm just going out to have a good time. And of course, you get the, like you saying, hey, could you buy me a drink? Could you do this? You
can never ask the guy to buy my.
I've seen it. I've sat at the bar and seen it. It's crazy. I've sat at the bars and said, wow, it's crazy.
And I guess those are some of the more aggressive ways, you know. So, and that may be one of their tactics to try to, you know, engage that particular person. So, you know,
and I don't accept drinks that are bought for me.
But sometimes, like, if it's a mutual friend or something like that, no problem if we know each other.
Yeah.
But if it's somebody you just don't know, like, who are you, you know? But of course, if it's me, I'm going to be a gentleman, you know, and get it for the young lady, you know. If it's me, and, you know, but.
You mean if she approaches you and asks?
If she did, I would, because.
You're a nice guy.
I'm a nice person, so I would. But I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to embarrass her. I make her feel some type of way. You know, what I mean, I don't know what she's going through or whatever. But I do it, you know, just out of kindness, with not expecting nothing in return. But usually, when you do that, it's always she thinks something else. So it's like it wasn't even like that. I was just being nice, and I get that sometimes from a lot of women. Like I just be nice, and they take it
to today, and it's a shame that. Like, honest gentlemen can't be gentlemen. Right. Let's not attach to this. Like, he's just a nice guy.
Right. Exactly.
He's not liking you or want to talk to you. He's just being
nice.
And I think it kind of goes back to just their circle and what they've experienced. Because if a guy can't just be nice without it being something else, then something's wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I agree.
Something's wrong.
I agree.
That even goes back to even with social media. I think some things have like progression. So it might be dressing, you know, kind of sexy, getting some attention, and then it's like, oh, I kind of like this. I think it kind of feeds the ego a little bit. And then it progresses, and it's more than just the DMs, because you can look in the comments, and it's like, but I think that Instagram model thing is kind of going away.
I think I see a lot of things going away, honestly. I see that going away, and I see a lot of people talking about God a lot.
I think the Instagram model thing is going away because guys are tired of women looking one way in the photos. Yeah. And then when they get to see them, they don't look that way.
Yes.
I think that's part of it. Everybody, definitely looks the same body-wise. And even starting to look the same face-wise.
Yeah.
And I think men are now, you know, like, oh, I'm tired of this. You know what I mean? And
you think guys are looking for more?
Looking for more,
than just the looks.
I think guys are visual. They're gonna look at this first.
Of course, we want to see that, but I think in regards to getting into a serious relationship,
right?
For this, especially, it depends on what type of guy he is. You know, especially I would think somebody over 35, you know, that's serious about, you know, going somewhere and doing some things. He's looking for what's more in here. And I think sometimes because of social media, a lot of women invest in the wrong areas. You know, they going to get bodies and all this kind of stuff, and not investing in, you know, their education or furthering their careers. And they got
it even within themselves.
Yeah, all within themselves. Yeah, and they just got it twisted right now. You know, and social media got a lot of people fooled like that because they thinking they got to look a certain type of way to get a certain type of man, and that's not really the case for the most part. You know, if they got it up here. You know, I think that's first and foremost. And you take care of yourself and, you know, just be a genuine person because there's a lot of beautiful women and they got ugly attitudes, personalities. And
absolutely.
Nobody don't want to be bothered with them type of women.
Right.
No, exactly.
So that leads to kind of like the next question. how does seeking attention on social media affect men and women's offline relationships? We've all had relationships. 2 of you have been married, but you're not really on social media. I don't know if your spouse or if you've dated somebody who's heavily on social media. Like,
I've never.
how does the attention-seeking behavior affect your offline relationship?
I think it could play a role. I believe, because sometimes, depending on your partner, sometimes they may feel some type of way if they see certain comments or if they see certain things on social media.
Right.
So I definitely think that it could play a role. It could be a partner, maybe that partner, or you're not posting that partner. So then it's like, hey, why you not posting me, or why is this? So it could be, that can affect the relationship, because now she may feel some type of way if you're not doing those different types of things. So I think it definitely could affect the offline relationship. But I think it's important to have those conversations with your partner so they can, have an expectation and understand, social media is what it is. Don't be lost in the sauce.
Right. I agree. I think that it could probably affect your relationship. I don't date guys that's heavy on the media unless it's pertaining to their career or business. But I think that the whole, why you not posting me? I would prefer never to be posting with the man on social media.
Even if he were your spouse?
Even if he was my spouse. I would prefer not to be. And that's just my personal preference. If he's, first of all,
but what if he's thirst trapping? What if he's posting pictures, shirtless and all of this stuff? And
I like an attractive man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
We had that conversation when you like your man to flirt.
I didn't say I like him to flirt. I said I do not have a problem with him flirting to a certain level of flirtation. Okay. It's fine if my man makes me feel good, and if he turns around and the waitress is nice and he says something nice to her, I don't have a problem with that because that's who he is. It's not that he's trying to seek another one. That's just probably who he is. And if he can, hey, he made her feel good in that moment, and that comes with a level of trust as well.
But the guy that's on social media.
See, I wouldn't date a guy that's like head trap. Yeah, I wouldn't date a guy like that. I wouldn't date a guy like that.
That probably wouldn't be my man.
Yeah, me either.
I'm sure he was doing that before we even.
Right.
I would look at his social media like.
But what if he deleted or archived the stuff and you don't?
I think a guy that does that, he's not gonna delete his or archive.
Yeah. He needs that.
Outside validation. And that's real dangerous in a relationship.
Right.
I feel like you don't have it within yourself. You're going to always seek it from someone else. I should get tired of doing that for you all. I can't rush your ego every day, all day.
So
you got to have
some kind of confidence in yourself.
When you say thirst trap, what do you mean by that? Let's kind of clarify that.
Not at the beach, but you have your shirt off on the sofa all the time. Or kitchen scrambling.
Or you got them gray sweatpants on.
Yeah.
And all that. And
like all the
and that package sitting there.
And then the picture. Yeah.
Now with the selfies now.
But then it also goes for the women too that are thirst trapping as well. Like, how does it? Is that still?
Okay, but let me ask you: is it thirst trapping if you just post a nice picture of yourself?
No,
or if you're doing something decent,
pants.
Because I post pictures of myself on my little small social media page, but so that's never anything that's like,
look at my,
you know what I mean? Like,
they do that.
I don't do that.
Okay. Because I know, like, when I post, now when I post
social media,
you say what?
I was about to say, Rick, don't stick me out.
No, I'm just saying. No, because like when I because I do. No, when I go places, Ricky Petty, Ricky Petty Facebook, and
so what's your Instagram?
Instagram, Mr. Wonderful 569. So if I'm enjoying a moment or something like that, I probably would post that. You know what I mean? I'm just enjoying the moment.
Mr. Wonderful what?
561. I'm looking so if I'm enjoying a moment, or if I'm in a nice place, because I just
Good. Except
Only pull that phone out and accept that.
so yeah, because I'm like, hold up.
And then he don't even have his real name, so he know he look. Oh, he don't. He ain't on that. See, I don't have my name.
a horse on the beach. Where I see Miss Country Jamaica.
That was Cabo.
Oh.
Get my phone funny.
See, that's third strap.
See, that's what I.
What with the horse?
Oh,
But,
you third strap.
that's what I wanted to clarify.
Oh, he got money.
That's what I wanted to clarify. Hey, I was enjoying the moment. So that's see that's what
No, that's not all that again.
See, that's why I wanted to clarify. I'm like, hold up, what's it? And I know I was on the beach somewhere. I think I was on the yacht somewhere. And my shirt was kind of open like that. So I'm like, is that third trapper? So now you got me questioning myself. You know? No, I'm just messing with you. No, I'm just messing with you. No.
If you in the bathroom at your house,
Yeah. Doing something. Yes. Yeah.
I'll be got to fall off.
be like,
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Absolutely.
And you don't prop that phone up and you walk in.
Yeah. Okay.
And you
Yeah.
smile over the market like, that's a first time.
That's it.
I have to watch them.
See that? It's capturing. See that? I see.
You know,
No like, no
it's
love.
called Damn He Fine.
oh yes, I remember that. Was it a group?
It's a page and they post different men that's like,
Oh yeah. Y'all remember the gray sweatpants?
oh dude, yeah. I do.
Page for it. It
Oh,
was
I-
like,
Some of those need disgusting though. Like they doing jumping jacks.
I don't know about that.
See.
Disgusting, but
But hey, but it seems, but hold up, but it seems like y'all like it though.
First
That's
try.
why, see that, and that's why they do it.
okay,
true. That's why the girls do the booty shots. They do the booty shots and the swimsuit and the thongs and the birthday work game.
No.
We're people too.
but then you have to ask, why are they doing this?
For
At the moment, I'm only looking for entertainment.
That's what I was gonna
There
say.
we
It's
go.
entertainment.
Entertainment.
It's
They probably
entertainment.
have wives and stuff.
It's entertainment.
Listen.
So,
But how better interact with? Now,
I'm sure I probably okay.
If it's getting monetized, they probably don't care.
right.
Like,
But that's what I was about to say.
A page like that.
But
That's what I was about to say. If it's being monetized, I'm like, baby, let me take a picture.
so in that case, they should hide their spouse.
not necessarily. But I think in order to have a healthy relationship, it's important that you talk to your wife about that, and y'all have a clear understanding about it. And I think if she really understands it, she'll be okay with it. If y'all got that level of respect
Yeah.
and understanding,
A level of trust.
you know. But if if she got some trust issues, it could really be a threat to that relationship.
Vice versa, if he has trust issues, she's posting,
Mm-hmm.
sexy pictures herself.
Yeah. Because, I don't know. I think for me, I'm a little traditional in a sense. Like, everything is not for everybody. You don't know, like, what you post. You don't know who's going to see it. You don't know what I just posted, like, a regular selfie. There was nothing sexual about it. It was just me. I was cut, no cleavage, no nothing. It was just me. Somebody inboxed me and said, "Oh, I saved your picture as my
Screensaver.
I was like,
They crazy.
I don't know you, sir. But you know,
But I am not going to tell you the unsolicited stuff that I get mine. And I also get the ones, do you want a sugar daddy?
Yeah. I think gotten those.
and I'm like, yeah, no. Next question.
I do not have any diabetic strips at my house.
Oh, how does the frequency and quality of sex impact the overall health and happiness of a romantic partnership?
I think. Oh, wow. What was that about, Ricky? Oh, that's the hair.
Wow.
I know, right?
It's down your alley.
What for that?
I mean, it kind of is.
It kind of is. See that I got
Because what?
It kind of is. But in a
Why?
good with.
But
Why
why do you say that?
because you just exude, like, what's the word?
Exude?
Exude that.
Oh my God, I hear that.
And it's all, but not in a raunchy way. You know what I mean?
Like I hear that from when I tell
It's
you,
in an elevated way.
and it kind of bothers me.
Why?
2 reasons. I don't try to be, but I guess everybody says it don't matter. It's what it is.
There are people who try, and there are people who just are.
Just have it.
I mean, it's just.
I've heard that. I don't know. It's always been like a battle.
I've seen somebody that just tried, and it was like,
Yeah.
It's always been a battle with me though, that whole thing, because I'm more than that. And
Yeah.
sometimes people get stuck on that. And there's so much more over here than just that. But to answer your question,
she is.
I don't know how most women are, but sex for me in a relationship is high on the totem pole. I enjoy it. I love it. I don't withhold it if I'm angry. I think it's a wonderful thing, and I think it keeps the relationship healthy, and it keeps both parties happy. I think that.
What if it's frequent but not good?
Well, I don't do not good. I will get rid of not good. So, yeah.
Man, that's not good. Me.
Well, okay.
They said, okay, I'm a chief.
Okay, so I can relate to that statement. I will then say we need to have a conversation because I'm not being satisfied in this area. I'm a huge communicator. I'm gonna tell you how it is. This area is I'm not being satisfied. Is there any way we could work on this and try to get it? Now I'm not gonna do too much teaching because I'm too old for that. I'm an age that teaching is not a part of where I'm at. Okay, now. So
Even if he was younger?
what?
What if he had only been with one person?
Wait, what?
But he was like, if he was in a relationship and he was married for a long time. He got married when he was like 18.
Well, it probably won't be such of a
Trust me.
problem.
No.
Probably because that's probably just getting to know your partner type of thing.
So I'm gonna give it a few. So I'm gonna be real transparent here. All right, kids, if y'all watch it. So I'd never dated younger guys. I mean, guys younger than I. Never, never would. And I have tried it.
What had happened?
And I get what you're saying. Of the young guys, stamina is a little more than what I'm used to dating. And yeah, I probably had to coach a little bit,
Okay.
just a little bit,
Okay.
to wind it down a little bit. But I ain't mad at it. And I've been told by my bestie, girl, you got to try get you a young guy. And I can say, oh my God, I can't date young guys. Oh my God, I can't do that. You know, I need to be able to have great intellectual conversations and about life. I'm not saying, and no disrespect. No, they're right. I think that's kind of what happened was I ran, to something. So it was my fault. I prejudged. And I went and I tried it. It was a bucket list thing, and it was worth it.
All right.
It was worth it.
See, that's why I looked at you like that. I knew that you eloquently would lay it out for us, so you made that. That's one.
Listen, I tell everybody, sex does keep a relationship. Good sex does keep a relationship.
Absolutely. It's very important.
It's very important, and it does help maintain a relationship, So I advise all of you guys that's out there on blood pressure medication to, yes, I'm calling.
Change your diet.
Change your diet. Get some walking in. Do some exercise. Do a lot of water. Get that thing back right so sis can, to stop having an attitude when you walk in the door. And women, no, but it's women out there too that don't want to have sex with their men.
Yeah.
Sis, come on. If you got a man paying the bills, and sis, break that man off. Do what you got to do. Get it right. Get you some. There's so many sites out there, and get you some. I'm gonna promote somebody, and I shouldn't. I don't do promote. Oh my bad. It's just it's not a podcast. It's called Kitty Candy. Sis, try Kitty Candy. Get you some of that. Work on yourselves. Get that man some. If he paying the bills and he's been there for you and he done took care of the kids and bring that man off at least 3 times a week.
Amen.
Oh, at least 3 times a week. 3 times a week.
Amen.
It's 7 days in a week. Yeah, come on.
3 good days.
3 good days.
Mm-hmm.
3 times a week.
If you got the energy, we can do 7.
There you go.
Come on. That's what I'm talking about,
I
girl.
don't think I got it in me.
I could do
7 days?
girl. I can.
3 to 5, I think, is reasonable. 3 to 5 at the least.
It's twice on a week.
I can do 7, but
5 to Sunday morning, Saturday night.
You limit it to the weekend?
You don't know. I'm just saying that you got extra.
Oh, during the week is a no.
No.
Oh, okay.
During the week, we all
I know that's right.
and working hard.
What? Ain't nothing like rolling over about 5 a.m. on some.
I don't know.
I ain't saying I'm like that either right now, but I'm just saying there's nothing. There's nothing wrong with rolling over at 5 a.m. I ain't saying I have it right now. I'm looking for it.
Oh, okay, because I was about to say,
I ain't got it yet.
I don't know. Rick,
Yeah.
what's your response?
My response is definitely, I think it impacts the relationship greatly, because I believe that, having great sex and having it frequently really, it keeps the man happy, keeps the woman happy. And the more they happy in those particular areas, less likely they are to go out and seek it from somewhere else, So I think it's important to understand your partner, know what they like, understand what their freak level is, and explore some different things with that person.
right.
Because if you don't, somebody else will. If that particular person's seeking something in the bedroom and you're not willing to try or experience it, they may want to try and experience it somewhere else. So it's important to have these
Give an example.
Give an example. So I would say, Kurt, where you at?
It was think about it when my said,
I bought the Louboutins though. I have to see it.
So I keep it simple. So for an example, like if let's say for the woman, let's say she really enjoy using toys, and let's say that the man or her partner may not be he may not feel comfortable with that happening each time, or may not feel really happy. On her. Okay. Because sometimes some men like to watch their woman do that, but some men are intimidated by it.
That, right? Like you're not using those.
So, but let's say that the woman really enjoy that particular toy, and if that man feels intimidated by it, that could cause some friction in the relationship. I feel
that can make him feel insecure. Because one thing about a vibrator, no man can make you come like a vibrator. I'm sorry,
Especially that.
I'm so sorry, man.
I saw a meme that the girl was like something about
Y'all can't make a roll come like a vibrator, and some men are intimidated by that.
The rolls. Her and her man use the rolls too
Together?
I'm like, how? The rolls will kill you by itself. So I'm confused how you getting penis and the roll. That the same time?
Yeah.
I'll die.
But see, that's why
It's like a bullet in a penis. Because a bullet, I feel like it's less friction than a rose. A rose is like
powerful.
that rose is something else.
But see, it's important to kind of have those conversations, because if you don't, you can intimidate your man, or you may not want it. You could miss out. You know what I'm saying? You could deprive yourself, and who want to be in that type of situation. So it's important to make sure that y'all have these conversations and really talking about what the likes is and what your limits are, and both being comfortable with it, and then explore those different things. And again, the more that y'all explore it together, the less likely he ought to go out and do something with somebody else. Like if you sucking him up, having oral sex with him, waking him up, ain't nothing like waking up in the morning. I know they say fresh coffee, but just imagine waking up every morning to some nice head or something like that. And coming home to him, now who trying to? I'm trying to get home and to that. I'm trying to wake up to that. So now you're creating all these different experiences for this your partner, and he ain't trying to go out there and do something else because he don't want to miss out on what he got going home, and he need a fully clip when he go home anyway, because she gonna be ready.
And get vitamins.
In the word of Biggie, if the head right, Biggie that.
So think about it in that sense, so it's very important, you know what I mean, on both ends that you understand your partner and y'all having these experiences together.
Right. And toys can be helpful because if you are someone who does not orgasm as fast, it can assist in getting you to the point, and then the man doesn't have to put in as much work. And then vice versa, if you're a man who can't stay up long enough, that toy can assist in that area, and everybody's balanced at that point. And there's no arguments, What's the argue about it? Everybody done came at night. What's the argue about it in the morning? Oh, everybody happy.
So that's one scenario.
Yeah.
So, and again, it depends on where your comfort level at in the bedroom.
Right.
Another area, and I know it's a little touchy for some women, is maybe you want to invite somebody else to the bedroom.
What, Ricky?
And sometimes that could spice things up,
How
But
frequently would you want to do something like that?
but that wouldn't be something that you would do every.
Is that like a birthday thing? Happy
Again, you have to talk with your partner and identify what that is.
I got stage folk on here.
No, you gotta be. Hey, you gotta be. No, but I'm just. You just gotta be comfortable with those situations. You and your partner. Of course, it gotta be a conversation that you gotta have. Because again, everybody. Bedroom situation is different, and everybody and the comfort level is different. But again, if you're having these experiences with each other, in a healthy way,
right.
I think it really, it keeps the relationship happy, because guess what? If that person want to really do it, I believe if, let's say, the male or the woman really into that kind of stuff, and one of the partners not, they gonna get it done. Somebody's gonna satisfy that need, and it may not be you, but they gonna do it somewhere. You know what I mean? So that's why it's important to have the conversation to see if it's something, and not everybody be on the threesome thing, but whatever that situation is, just make sure what that happiness look like in the bedroom, because some partners really, their sex drive is a lot higher than the other partner,
right?
And they could come off as being boring, and when they hear those different stories in the break room, it's like, God, you getting that, or vice versa, and now the person feel like, God, they feel deprived,
right?
And
right.
Now she's upset or he's upset because he's not, reaching that level of what some of the experiences that person is hearing. So that's why it's important to have these healthy conversations with your partner, talk about, different experiences that y'all may want to experience together, whether it be toys or whatever, just to enhance the sexual relationship. Because like you mentioned, some people they may have some deficiencies in some areas.
Right.
And if you need a little help, don't be bashful. This is your wife, this is your partner. It's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay, because you got to keep it happy.
You don't think no?
I would think so, yes. For some men, it could be, but I think if it's a man who understands himself, and you got a partner who understands you, it should be a problem.
Yeah.
We both got a goal that we're trying to get to. Yeah, you got
trust is huge in sex. You will never go to certain levels of sex with someone you don't trust.
Yeah.
You can be in relationships, guys, for 20 years and still don't trust them to be honest about where or you want to try open enough to go that route.
Because I'm telling you, I have exes, they'll be like, no, she don't.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because that particular person, ain't break it out of them. Yeah. She did what? No.
Yeah. They lying on.
Come on.
She ain't like that. Yeah, exactly. Hey, have not because you ask not. And sometimes
I get first.
But you know what? I think that every day when you leave your home, and I can't speak for guys, but I'm sure that everything that you have to face outside that door of home, if the sex life is being maintained frequently and the quality is great, makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah. Plus that cape up, like a Superman.
Yeah. So what role does sexual chemistry play in the development and maintenance of romantic relationships?
Huge.
Number one. Because if you don't have chemistry, what else do you have? Y'all just in there wasting time.
What about people that's been married for a long time? I wondered about that.
Well, what? Oh, because they do the same thing. Like they do the same thing together, like 50, I think you just have to say,
50 years,
they know your new partner.
Neither one of them screwing them.
You don't think so?
What happened?
What if they got married at 18? You don't think whether the new they still have those urges?
No, I'm not saying they don't have the urges.
You just don't think they know it together?
They just not doing it as like that. You know what I mean? They doing this quick and it's, you know, it is
Like a French maintenance thing.
I hope when I get 90, I want baby.
Good. Feeling good. Oh my God.
I'm gonna say it for free, baby. Whoever my next husband happens, I'm gonna need you to stand and just stay right.
Is there still chemistry, or is it like where to get?
Again, I think it's still chemistry. Because again, if you understand your partner, you know, it ain't gonna be nothing new to you. Like, we've been doing this, baby. That's how we get to 50 years. You know,
you know. I hope so.
Like
absolutely. Well, you know, so I think it's some things that they could do, you know, but again, you got to know your partner and, you know, the expectations. And I'm pretty sure y'all going to have some downtime or whatnot, you know, but I think if y'all have that understanding and you know your partner, I think that it could really go that distance, you know, because again, you know, when you got to be attractive, so both of y'all have to, you know, keep yourself together, especially the ones that got themselves still looking good, and it's you can see the ones that got it, you know. Now some people you just like, nah, they should have been good, and, you know, but you know, but you see some who like, okay, they still got it together, they both still got their swag, and you know, so
exactly right. Sexual chemistry is hard to find, though. It really is. You have people that get married because they love somebody, but they still don't have that sexual chemistry, and that person that they had sexual chemistry with, they still desire that person.
Do y'all rate?
I don't really rate them, but
I think back.
I've had some wonderful partners. I just don't go. I just don't go backwards. Once I've been there, I've done that. I'm done with it.
Yeah, that's the Pisces thing.
Yeah,
we done.
Even if it's good and we know it was good, we still won't go back.
Well, it depends because you have some partners that may be a little bit more experienced in certain areas, and I think that's what really made the sex great, because I think it's different factors to having great sex. You know, I think attitude is definitely a huge factor.
I think the energy,
the energy, yeah,
the energy is like, it's like you can meet somebody and that sexual energy with that person, you can literally just walk past him and then you like, or her, and then like, you feel it. And it's something that right there, that sexual partner is going to be everything to you.
Absolutely.
I mean, great if you can marry it. A lot of people don't marry. You end up breaking up. You can, the chemistry is there, but everything else is not.
Yeah.
And you end up moving on, but you won't always desire that person secretively. And, you know,
that's what I meant about like rate. So like, I mean like, oh, he was great. But I got like the chemistry one.
Like you always think, I don't have one of those. And I've had some great partners, but I just, once that I'm done with you type of thing, I just don't desire you anymore. Like nothing about you is appealing to me anymore.
So for me, it depends on how it ended.
I think all my relationships, even if it ended up a good term, like it's done. Like
I'm with her.
I don't even see you like that no more.
Yeah, I'm with her on that. I'm the same.
You're attractive, you're nice looking, but I just don't.
I may look at you and be like,
really? Damn, I was just saying, our chemistry was like,
yeah, I still can't. I'll remember it.
But maybe for a brief second.
I do all that in a second, like her in a brief second. I see.
But
I am.
But it's but it's still there. The chemistry is still there. Yeah.
I don't
No, it doesn't.
Chemistry goes away.
It doesn't. I'm not saying it goes away. It's just that I don't want to touch it anymore.
Yeah.
If it's
maybe now might be a moment where I'll be like,
because and also too, what if that person got you to that peak, and you haven't been able to get to that level, but that particular person been that person, and like you mentioned, you always desire that type of person, and just ain't nobody never got you to that level.
I don't
think that could be very challenging.
I've learned enough about my body and myself. I know how to get a man to get me to where I need to be.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's just levels of learning who you are and owning that about yourself.
Be there, and I'll tell you why. At the peak, no, to where I know myself so well that I know how I want a guy to get me there.
So
how to get me there. I want surprise me.
No. So let me say, you may, like you said, what we said earlier, you may meet a wonderful guy. And let's say, you're on top and you're doing your thing, but there's certain position you can position that thing to hit that right. That's what I mean. Like, what you learn that about yourself. Mm-hmm.
That taught you something.
I'm always open to knowledge.
That you had not experienced, right?
Mm-hmm.
And chemistry was just like when it was over, you were like, oh, what just happened? Yeah, I don't even smoke. I smoke cigarettes. I don't know that. I feel like if you meet a guy and he takes you to a level further than what you thought you could get to,
Mm-hmm.
and let's say it didn't work out.
Right.
For whatever reason.
Well, it's like knowledge. You learned a book, you read a book, you learned something.
You partner be better than that one. I feel like every relationship.
Yeah, chemistry is you're not gonna get chemistry with every relationship.
Why you would, but okay. So if you don't have the chemistry, would you enter?
But you can have great sex. You can have great sex with a person and not have the chemistry. That chemistry is something you can't even explain it. It's a feeling. It's something there. You can't explain it.
Top that ever, or that one was your peak? You don't think you can top that?
I'm sure I'll meet someone that can.
I feel like I'm gonna top it.
Telling you this. The fathers of my two
were at the peak.
Oh, right.
So you have like a
man like, yeah, let me do that.
And you had babies from. Right. Tell me about it.
Now, can I count on? Yeah. Where the chemistry was just like through the roof? Absolutely.
And you still what?
I can count where the chemistry was like through the roof. But it's not with everybody.
Right.
I might.
If you had chemistry with everybody, something ain't right about you.
But I just feel like what you thought was your peak probably isn't really your peak. Like you don't have something else that's gonna be extraordinary.
Well, when I say your peak, that's the highs you had. So it can always go at that moment. Because it can always go higher. It's just what you had at that
I just feel like
time.
I mean, obviously I've had maybe a couple of those instances, but my next one gotta be better than all that.
But what
like my life partner. Because that can't be missing. I'm not entering a committed relationship.
So, like, when you meet them, do you feel the chemistry?
Yeah. To get to a relationship point, that person, like, looking back on it, yeah.
I mean sexual chemistry.
You mean before the sex?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to think too long.
Yeah.
But I do believe that women do have this chemistry. But what the chemistry is, they're like women know if they want to give you some. Well,
on the moment,
they know. So and women know. So they that chemistry thing is real because you feel it and they feel it. And when you're in certain settings, you know what I mean, you can feel it.
You ain't even gotta have chemistry to say, "Oh, I'm gonna hit that." You gotta have chemistry. You could be in the mood at that moment. It's just men do not dictate the sex, we do.
Absolutely.
Just like women don't dictate the marriage, men do.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we know when soon as we see you walk in the room, walking towards us, we like, yep.
But see, I might see a guy and I may look at him like that.
Mm-hmm.
But when he opens his mouth,
oh yeah, that could be a time.
And whatever comes out, I'll be like,
it's some shoes for me. I look down from.
That's how you get the shoes, and then the trouble with it is like the conversation.
Yeah,
it's the conversation.
Yeah,
I like to talk about everything.
Me too.
If we can't have a good,
that's the Pisces in us.
Conversation.
And that's why I didn't think I could date younger guys because I didn't think I could have that.
Yeah. There's some young guys that have old souls. They like little old inside. Like I like those.
Right. That like I said, I ran into that.
So what is it for? I know you can't speak for all guys, but since you're the only guy here that's referenced for the guys,
yes.
What is it that? Is it just the physical that begins the chemistry? Like, what is it for guys that's just like?
For me, I would say, of course, the physical attraction, what's going to catch your eye. But I think the intellect is very, very important. Again, you want to engage with somebody that can have a decent conversation. So I think it starts there. They have to have that up there, intellect, because you don't want to be. She may be nice, but she may be kind of crazy up there. So hey, you ain't got yourself in a terrible situation.
So when you first see her, you like, wow, she's sexy, she's fine. Okay, but then you wait if you want to see what the mental like.
Absolutely.
So
now,
that's different.
Well, I think that you had to mature to the level. You got to mature. In the beginning, you fall for the trap.
Right.
Yeah, you like, whoa, she's crazy, man. And you in some trouble now. But as you mature and you understand a little bit better, you kind of look for something a little bit more different. So
what was it like for you when you were younger then?
Younger, because really you're not really looking for what somebody got up.
Substance, right? You're not looking for substance.
Yeah, you looking at the person.
Right.
It's all about physical attraction and what you can get into.
Yeah.
At that time when you're younger, So,
gotcha.
But you older, you wiser, and you want a little bit more. So.
Yeah.
So, this next question we kind of touched on. We like slid across it, and that was on purpose. But what are some of the reasons why individuals may choose not to disclose their romantic relationships to others, and does it create a breeding ground for side relationships? That's
Absolutely.
a bit wordy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So are you reasons that you wouldn't disclose? Like, so let's say, I see you at the bar, and you're flirting, I'm flirting. Conversation is great, but you are in a whole relationship that you've never disclosed, right? But why?
Why did you disclose it?
Yeah.
Okay. For me, the younger me would say that I didn't disclose it because if I disclosed it,
Trying to hit.
then it would limit my opportunity. I just blew it.
Exactly.
I could have told her afterwards.
Hey.
And you're like, she don't say nothing. They don't say nothing. I don't say nothing. So what you don't know won't hurt you. And you keep it moving. So you don't say nothing. You don't disclose it, and you keep it moving. And then they ask afterwards.
But what if they see things like? What if they see things that make you question, are they in a relationship? Are they?
You mean this afterwards?
This
after y'all done, this right before? Okay, well, what I would say now is, of course, I would be open with it, because I think when you be open and you let someone know about your situation or whatever, you giving that person, you giving them the ability to make a choice. And when you lie to them, you take that ability away. And I think when you take that ability away, that's when a lot of craziness happening. So if you could be honest and upfront, let them know what the situation is, and if they understand it and they want to take it to the next level with you, then that's an adult decision that you both can make. But
would you diminish? If you were in a romantic relationship, would you diminish it to, I'm just dating?
Oh yeah, it ain't really nothing. It's just a little. Nah, I wouldn't do that. Because again, because sometimes, because some guys could do that, and I wouldn't do it. Like I said, based on my experiences and my maturity. I don't, even if my situation wasn't good, it's always gonna be great. I ain't never finna tell them, oh yeah, oh man, how'd you really? Oh, it's great. Couldn't be better. Couldn't be better. I would never give somebody the opportunity to think that it's an end, because that's just be misleading to that person.
Right.
And when you go to say, oh my God, it's horrible, man. What she don't cook, man. She don't do this. I'm a good cook. I could do this. And they're gonna try to everything that you said that person not doing. They're gonna try to top it, and you know what I mean. And that creates just you mislead.
So it does create a breeding ground. So you're saying it does create a breeding ground.
Absolutely.
There's nothing more thirsty than a married man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna just keep it one man.
Speak on it.
Elaborate, enlighten us.
A happy married man, maybe, right?
Unhappy.
Happy too.
Just a married man.
Just
You think so?
I know so. I know so.
But not all men chose to
explain.
I said, not all men. It's a billion people in the mirror. I'm just saying, there's nothing more thirsty from my experience than a married man.
They hate beautiful.
They will exactly.
They will
beautiful you to death. And then those are the ones that say, "Oh, I ain't happy." They run a BS line. "Oh, I ain't happy," whatever. Listen, the one thing I ask when I meet a man is, "Are you married?" Whether I get truth or not. And then, "Are you dating?" Oh, I said, "Well, let me ask you this question. Is there a woman out here that thinks she in a relationship with you, since you don't want to own that you in a relationship? Is there a woman out here that thinks she's in a relationship with you?" And honey, I get that whole fake laugh. Well, yeah, because you have to reword it to get what you need from these men nowadays.
So crafty with their
Right. So you got to be even craftier with your questions.
Correct.
And at the end of the day, again, it's your choice how you want to.
Why can't we just
be honest?
Be grown?
And because they're deceptive and they're always going to be deceptive.
But like he said, if a man feels like him being honest with you is not going to give him what he wants from you, he's not going to be honest. And that's what they fail to realize, that most...
Be honest.
April still I'll mess with you regardless.
So of what you would get if you were honest
would be different.
The quality of whore?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But,
I mean, because some people go for that. They seek that type of life.
There are women that do want to date married men because it comes with less
responsibility.
Bullshit. I'm just calling it what it is. You got to go home. She got to deal with that bullshit. You come here, we do X, Y, and Z, and I ain't got to deal with the rest of it. And that's the reality some women choose to deal with in that. And some men who are married want to deal with women they feel will give them less, headache as well. And that's part of the reason a lot of married men cheat, because the less of, they want a little peace.
But you know what?
Say, but it ends up being drama.
Married, is it different from
even boys? Yeah, dating. Oh gosh.
So is date? Okay, so that's another layer. Okay. So is it, if you're in a romantic relationship with someone, is that the same as dating, or is dating?
I don't know. These young people everybody got all these terminology.
I think it's committed relationship or dating.
Dating,
or you're in a committed.
If you're in a committed relationship, to me, in my definition, is different than just dating. If you're just dating, do you
right?
Listen. And when guys approach me and say, "You married?" No, I'm dating. That's no, I don't have to lie about it.
Right. And there's no guy that thinks that, well.
No, there's no guy that thinks we're in a relationship anywhere out here in the street.
But again, when you say dating, sometimes women could sometimes get it a little construed as well. You say we dating and you dating her, but y'all in relationship on her.
Yeah, women will think just because he's sleeping with you 5 days a week that's your man. Boo is 7 days in a week. He hitting somebody 2 of them days that he ain't hitting you. Trust him,
but if he got a high sex drive, he might be hitting
twice in a day.
He might be hitting you
twice in a day. You and somebody else. I always tell women, listen, until a man comes to you and say, "Hey, I want to be in a committed relationship with you and you only."
But do guys today have that?
Okay, but listen, I think...
Well, you're not in a committed relationship with me. I just want to finish that up. Until he comes and says that to you. You're not in a committed relationship. Stop assuming. I don't care how many nights he sleep at your house. Until a man says that, and that's why I say men dictate the marriage. Because until they are ready, it is.
So
women, everybody want honesty. They want truth, but they really don't want honesty.
Oh, we don't listen to y'all. I'll get that. We don't listen to y'all.
Yeah.
We listen to our girlfriends. It's like, no, listen to a man about a man. It's that simple. Y'all are so black and white. We live in a gray area with our feelings, but it feels like he feels like my boyfriend. But he said he was.
Right, exactly.
But he don't say it. He don't say it. You lying, baby.
But that's why I tell women, continue to date. Just, you may like him a lot. This is the one, now, if he wants to get in a relationship with me, I'm going to do it with him. But until he says that, sis, continue to date. Keep your doors open, because he can turn around tomorrow and not want to date you anymore, and you done shut down everything for him. And he with the other chick he was with while he was still with you and before you and after you. And you was sitting there not dating, not going nowhere. He know your every move. You cooking, you doing all of these extra. And then now you bitter as hell. You mad as shit. You want to fight. You want to slash tires. You want to get on social media and talk about him and all this nonsense. But it's your fault.
Yeah, you ain't listening.
It's your fault.
Because he told you that day 2.
It's your fault.
Relationship, baby.
But at the end of the day, like I said, it's all about communication. You know, if they both talked down and talked about, set the expectations of the relationship and understood the role, it wouldn't be none of that, because basically those individuals that's in those situations, they usually come with benefits. You know, now
you're making it logical, but like she said, women don't listen to this.
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
But they should.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. It's there. It's laid out.
If you learn that,
No, it's laid out.
It'll be so better on.
That's the same way, because I am very upfront about. Listen, yeah, I date. Like you know, they don't hear nothing I say. I did not. Not tonight. I told you I was date on another a date. Did you not? What part of that did you hear? But men, there are some men that don't understand.
That's rare.
Right.
I mean, like, oh, she lying. She lying.
Right. She just trying. No,
I talked to you tomorrow.
And some people make it they feel some type of way because
sharing
that, or you know, something. And I think that's what make people not want to be honest and truthful.
Yeah.
And then because when you be honest and truthful, you're gonna lose some benefits. And
you may not.
No, but I'm saying they're afraid. That's the assumption. That's the assumption.
Right.
That's the assumption. That's why they not being honest, because they feel if they be honest, they're gonna miss out on some benefits, whatever that may be. But they feel they're gonna miss out. So, and to keep all that down and to continue to get the benefits that they was receiving, they gonna, you know, not tell the whole story or the truth of the story.
Right. When I tell you I'm Dora the Explorer,
come on,
with my backpack and my map.
Okay. What's that? Out. Yep. You gonna find out exactly what you need to know.
But you know what? It's only when I sense. I think that women can sense.
Oh yeah.
Into the signs. But I don't think y'all pay attention.
No. Say it's signs.
I believe so. Yeah. Me. I look at behaviors.
Okay. That woman's tuition will sit you up in the middle of the night in the bed. Will sit you clean up like this. And you look right at that thing. You already know. Oh, yeah, his ass out here cheating. I'm not a person that goes to look, because I always believe God will reveal the things that I need to know in the timing that I need to know it.
Yep.
And the reason I say it in that way is because I think that there's a lesson that everybody needs to learn in every relationship, whether it's friendships, relationships, marriages. There's a lesson. It may not be meant to last forever. There was something you needed to learn in that.
True.
So in the timing that he wants you to know, get what you need, you get that, sister or brother, and you keep it moving. Once you learn that lesson, don't try to keep holding on to something that don't mean you no good.
Yeah.
You let that thing go and you take that lesson and you move it on.
Yeah.
And you know what not to. So that's, you know.
Agree. Agree.
We're going to learn to listen, ladies.
Please, if y'all
like, listen.
For sure.
All the way.
And keep dating. I just no wait.
But again, if you keep dating, what I said,
what?
You're going to jeopardize the benefits, because that's
What's the benefit?
What? No, I'm saying.
You dating, so why can't I date?
I'm just saying that's what for women.
He's
getting it from.
I'm just telling you.
But what benefits will we lose?
Right. That's what
I don't. It depends on the relationship. So you know what in that relationship. Well, in that dating or whatever you call it, like I said, y'all have.
Not being a committed relationship.
But y'all spending some time together. Y'all spending some time.
We
together.
spending time.
Mm-hmm.
It was like just like I spend time at my job, just like I spend time with my girlfriends, with my kids.
So let me ask you. So when you dating, do you have certain expectations of this?
I don't do expectations.
Okay. So you don't worry about he don't have to buy you any gifts or do any nice things for you, take you out to dinner.
I would date men that don't believe they don't need to do that.
Okay. All right. So it is an expectation.
No. That's not an expectation. I just said I don't date men that's like that. Most of the men that
they know.
They know.
Mm-hmm.
They know to be a gentleman. They know to do things like that.
Absolutely.
You know, do I go and say, oh, you know what? I want you to buy me this. No, I'm not her. Okay. Because I can buy anything that I want. I can buy myself. However, in dating me, for some reason, I don't know if it's just because of me or what it is, I've never dated a man that did not do something nice for me on a regular.
Okay, I can agree. Now, if it was me, I'd, get you something nice, let me and the other person, let's go half on it, I'm just that's what you
want about what I'm doing. You want about what I'm doing.
I'm joking. I'm just joking.
No, that's petty as hell.
Hey, I'm Ricky Petty.
Your name.
I am Mr. Petty. I am Mr. Petty.
That is your name. My thing, in that
No, I'm
case,
just
you don't
joking.
even know what the other guy's doing.
You don't even know
what I'm saying.
You shouldn't even ask until you say to me, I'm going to be. You shouldn't be worried about nothing.
No, you're right. You're right. I agree.
They pay attention to what they want to pay attention to.
They do. That's true.
You wouldn't even know that such and such got that.
Wait.
If they study you enough,
They would.
You look at behavior. Like I said, you look at behavior.
Noticing stuff like flowers. Yeah, somebody else bought me flowers, but other gifts you wouldn't.
No, you
I
can
would
really-
reveal that to you.
No, but you could, again, I look at behavior. So certain things, it just like y'all have intuition, the behavior's not going to lie either. You know what I mean? Certain things happen.
If I date, I treat all my men I date equally.
Okay, yeah.
My behavior, I might like one better. You might like one better than the other, but you may not spend as much time as the one that you don't like.
You can't treat them
But
all.
what you do with that person, you treat him the same way. I'm just not limiting myself any longer, waiting on a man to decide whether or not he want to be in a relationship with me or not. Time, you don't get time back. You can get money back, cars, houses, clothes, everything else you can get that back. But time is the one thing you cannot get back.
I agree with you.
So
100%.
giving somebody years and years of your time and then they not reciprocating that in the end is what makes women angry. It's what makes women bitter. It's what makes women hate you. So women, stop doing that. Time you can never get back.
But you know what?
I'm talking
not the and I don't do the whole multiple dating more than one person. Let me tell you why. One is I'm getting older, and I'm not.
I ain't saying sex in everyone.
I don't mean.
I'm just saying like stuff like that. Oh, she said you ain't calling the wrong number.
I'm just gonna deal that way, right? So, like, if I'm dating somebody, we're
Get you on that echinacea, girl.
Yes, on the same line, memory that. Somebody to put your energy up different places. Yeah, it's kind of hard to.
That's hard for me.
You say that.
Well, when it's, I get it. Like you can have several relationships, but I think in the beginning stages you can go have a couple of multiple dates.
That's what I'm saying. I'm dating. I'm not in a relationship. No man has come to me and said, Tiffany, I want to be in a relationship with you at this right now in my life. And see, that's happened. But and said, and I'm okay, cool. So if somebody calls, say, hey, what you doing? You want to go to dinner? Am I supposed to say no because I'm having conversations with this other dude all the time? We on phone, texting or whatever. Am I supposed to say no?
And see, that's why I wanted to clarify what dating was, because I said that like.
But that was a big question. Then I for communication.
It's everybody's definition. Everybody has their own definition. For me, dating is not having sex. Dating is, yes, I may
hanging out.
We hanging out. I may hang out with you 3-4 times a week. But I'm not having.
But you ain't getting it.
You ain't get. And even if I choose to have sex with you on a date, that doesn't mean we in a relationship.
Okay.
So I think that's the problem right now with relationships and the a disconnect with women and men is the fact nobody wants to be really, really truthfully honest because of fear of, like you said, losing their benefit.
Yeah.
But if you honest, you may gain extra benefits because there's nothing more sexy to me than an honest man. And you can feel when somebody's being truly honest with you.
I mean, people stay on a job for benefits.
There you go.
In relationships too. Relationships too.
Absolutely. So this is the last question. And it's just like, this is packed. Okay. So how do cultural and societal attitudes towards skin color impact interracial relationships and dating dynamics? Now, I know we're all of color, right? But Tiffany, I don't think the cameras were rolling. You said if.
What? Listen, I do not. I will date outside of my race.
Mm-hmm.
because I believe in love, and that's, somebody outside of your race may be the one that's truly gonna love you, and you wasting all your energy over here, and there's somebody over there that may really want to love you. Don't get me wrong, I love a black man. Love a black man. I love my father. Love me a black man. But I'm open to exploring. And I have in my past. I've dated other races. I have no problem with it.
I have no attraction.
But I used to say that.
I'm Hispanic. Cause that's technical.
I mean, I've seen some, but the chemistry.
Yeah, the cultural difference.
Yeah, it's a huge cultural difference.
And I don't have anything against.
Yeah.
I recognize for me that the chemistry is,
you're more comfortable with each other.
different. But you see a lot of times on social media where there's a black guy, he might be dating a white woman, depending on, and he might be saying, the most wonderful things about his woman. Why is it that we take it as they don't like their black women?
I don't know. That's crazy to me, because I feel like that's a personal statement that he's speaking on his particular wife. Maybe because she's white. I mean, crazy to me. Because love is love to me.
Love is love.
Unless he's on his social media rant like, I hate all black women, blah, 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 and I got this white queen, yada, yada, yada.
Right, that is different, right.
Y'all get him in the comments.
Right.
Well, if he's just saying, I love my wife, she's the best thing that ever happened to me, yada, 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 that's amazing to me.
Right. No, love who you love.
Yeah.
Like who you like.
So let's take interracial off the table, since people of color. Colorism is real.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
How does that affect dating dynamics? Or do you see it affecting dating dynamics?
I think TV has given certain people that colorism. When I say that, I mean, there was a time, remember when videos and all you saw in the videos, the light-skinned pretty girls, never the dark-skinned girls. So it gave a complex to younger boys that may have been watching those videos thinking that those are only
pretty.
That's pretty. And vice versa, if we want to go back to history where white women were so off limits that black men, when they became a certain stature, that's what they desired, because it was shown to them that they set them on a higher level. And I think that's just what happened. But I've run into men that love a chocolate sister. I've run into men that love a light sister. As women, we have preferences as well. So I think we can't down somebody for their preference. Whatever makes you happy, if this is what you like, and this is what you are attracted to, that chemistry attracts you to a darker skinned sister or a lighter skinned sister, then do you.
So I don't think I have heard it much from a guy's standpoint dealing with colorism, but I've heard it from both spectrums. So whether you were Alicia's complexion or you're in the middle, my complexion, it was always something on one side or the other, not dating, just people in society in general. Did you ever have to deal with colorism?
Indeed.
Not even dating, just society.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think a lot of people think light-skinned women or men don't get it, but we get kind of discriminated against too, especially in our own hood, I feel like. Because it's a stigma on light-skinned women. They're this and that. It's like, I didn't even open my mouth yet. So I think we do get judged on that within our own people for sure. Like, I used to get picked on for being light-skinned. All my cousins were dark. I always wanted to be dark. It was...
And see, well, my brother and sister. So growing up for me, my brother and sister were light, complected. And I was the darker child, and it was like, is she adopted? So like, are you adopted? I will say for a period of time, that did affect how I saw myself. And so even in beginning to date, I was Because I would still hear those. That's your sister for real? You know? So I just kind of wondered, like, how those things play into, one, how you see yourself, and then how you maneuver. And does it have any effect on your dating relationships? I think we're a little older.
Yeah. I think as an adult, that doesn't really matter so much because people are just really basing your compatibility with just your outside look. So,
but I know for the kids.
Yeah, I think, growing up, society do, play an impact on how you see different things. Like you mentioned, it may be a time of the times it may be light-skinned folks may be within.
Yeah.
You have a time with dark-skinned folks within, So it's like a battle, So,
are we just joking?
No, I know we joke about it, but I think it's
real.
No, I think it was a real.
It's real. Because you had a time when the light-skinned brother was the guy. Albie showing how the slick hair.
When I was young,
had light-skinned, like, oh man, and then
act like her brother.
and you had a lot of women, going towards that way. They was looking for a light-skinned guy with nice hair because they felt that maybe that made a great, cute child.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So that's what they kind of gravitated towards at some point, and vice versa. Some guys, they look for lighter-skinned women because they feel that they can, breed a pretty good, nice-looking baby or whatnot. Me personally, my mom, she light-skinned as well. So I had the same issue as you.
Okay.
I'm the darker one. My mom, like your complexion. But again, growing up thinking like, dang, am I adopted? Like, and I used to tell my mama like, hey, Joe, you adopted me. I used to tell her make it out or whatever.
But black women, we have all shades of kids come out of our womb.
Yeah.
And we not all light-skinned people, not always mixed. Like, I got that too. You mixed with what? My mama and daddy are black.
but me, from my perspective, as far as the question, if I'm with another race, you're gonna swear they was black because they gotta have the curves and all the different characteristics that I want. But I think it'll be challenging sometime to date outside the race. I think because sometimes they not as culturally competent, and sometimes bringing them, into our world could be very different. Taking them to the cookout and they not understanding the stuff that's going on, or even going to church and doing different things. So it could be I can see it being challenging for some folks who in those type of relationships. But I do believe, love is love and it will come around at some point. But I just think it could be challenging for some people, not everybody.
Yeah.
But, it depends on your cultural background.
But it could be challenging dating another person of your color, depending on how you were raised.
Yeah, absolutely.
That can be
different cultures too. Like,
that could be even more challenging.
Yeah, so when you talk about, race, also economic levels too.
Yeah.
That plays and we discriminate towards each other, in different areas, whether you stay on this side.
Those things.
Yeah.
I think we create those things in our minds sometimes. Or listening to society.
Societal.
It's both. I think it's both. I mean, if you listen to society program you for years, you tend to think that you can't date anything outside, my mom I remember my mom told my brother one day, rest in peace, Mom, don't bring nothing home that can't use the comb.
Oh, Lord.
Little girl, she said that. And I was like, and my brother intentionally bought home everything couldn't use the straightening comb.
Like, I'm going to show you.
At least one of my brothers anyway. Because he definitely didn't discriminate, baby. And they love him. But it was funny when she said that day. But
So, on my dad's side of the family, my uncle, and I'm the only granddaughter. My little brother, is the only grandson. My uncle, my aunt, my dad have all dated outside their race. But then to hear them criticize the person like, you do it too.
Oh,
But I've also seen where families don't accept. Yeah, even when it goes as far as marriage, families don't accept that outside race.
my family did. I have a lot of,
but sometimes
I have a lot of family members that are married to, and we love them. We all accept them.
And I think so for us, I think it's more accepted on our side, but sometimes in the other race, it may not be accepted as much
It has
more.
been an issue.
And I think sometimes that could be a big problem, you know.
Right.
But, you know, love is love, and you can't help who you love. And I think that's what's most important. But, you know, I think it's important to understand the cultural differences. And if they both could, again, communicate and understand that, and especially if you haven't been in that area before, you know, y'all really need to have a sit down and invite each other to the barbecue, go to the, you know, go to some of the events.
It was a black girl dating a white guy.
And he said the things he learned from his wife.
No.
Oh, okay.
She was teaching him how to shout in church, and I was like,
We imagine in church, like,
no, let's ask it.
My thing is,
But hold up now.
I got a problem with that. Same thing in church.
Yeah, that's putting on it.
I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. I don't think you need to push your significant other to be anything other than themselves. That's a problem for me.
yes.
That means you really don't accept them for who they are.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be an issue for me.
Like I get what you're saying, but I get what you're saying as well. It's just not crossing the line where if I'm explaining, listen, when we go to the cookout, don't do this. Don't say this. Don't volunteer to bring a dish.
Bring the drinks.
Bring the drink.
The soda.
And the ice. And the plates.
Well, if he's like a great chef, he can bring something.
The potato salad with the raisins ain't gonna work.
Right.
With the what?
The potato salad with the raisins in it ain't
I
gonna
mean,
work.
if he's a great cook, he's not putting raisins in it.
We don't know.
He may be like the what
What if he makes it? Let's say
what if he's a white guy from Louisiana? They can cook everything. You can bring everything to the cookout from Louisiana.
so. I would say if I dated a white guy, he got to have some swag.
Yeah, he can be.
Oh, for sure.
What I was gonna say is too, like, cause you got some folks, they either grew up in the hood or they just they just, you could tell the ones who got it, they ain't putting on. That's who they really is. You know what I mean? Some of the girls, you know, you can tell that's who they really is, and they don't change who they is. They got rhythm. You know, they even talk. They got a little bit of the slang. You know, I was like, okay, that's my boy there, or that's my girl. You know, some of the folks, but then you got some folks from the other side, and you can tell they trying so hard. They just saying too many slang words, like, you
don't even talk
too many words. Yeah, exactly. It's too many. They start doing too much, you know, and that's, I think, where it become like, you know, a little problematic for certain people, you know.
Now, the funny thing is, my daughter speaks very proper. However,
She speaks correctly.
yes, there you go. Proper grammar. When she gets around a certain crowd, and then she comes home and she starts telling me stuff, and I'm like, you sound forced. You are not ghetto. Please. Come on. And it's just how she says things, and I'm like, just be yourself.
I went through that too because I went
My daughter
private school from preschool to 4th grade. Then got a cultural shock when I went to 5th grade. It's like, what is going on here? But, you know, after a while, just, what is that? Now at Kennedy, it was like, even though I was kind of sheltered at Kennedy because I was like in the Apple program. So we were like in a whole nother, not with the regular kids. Then went to Palm Beach Lakes. It was like, okay. It's changed. It's definitely different. You got picked on for talking a certain way.
I used to tell my daughter, my kids, because all my kids like went to craft school all the way up. And I used to always tell them, no, tell them you speak correctly. You don't speak proper. You speak correct English.
Well, I mean, it's still proper English now. Well, I would get, you talk white.
Yeah. Right. Oh, all the time. But my kids, my daughter used to like, Mama, so then she started forcing it as well, trying to, I said,
be who you are.
Because that right there going to get you in some doors that they ain't going to be able to.
Yes.
So know how to switch it on and off. Because when you don't learn how to switch it on and off, you're not going to get into certain doors you need to get on.
Right.
And like, my mother used to always say, you black and your family black. So you're going to always know.
And you should never
So, but you need to learn how to be able to walk through certain doors. And so you need to learn to speak correctly. And so that's what I always tell my kids. Learn how to turn that thing on and off. It's cool when you're with your friends and doing it, but know that that's just, you know.
Yep. No, I told turn it off because I ain't. But
my mother used to hang up the phone on me when I was in school, in high school. I was like, girl, that's school like, hello? You know, back in the days we had phone walls, or, you know, the cord way over here, you way over there. I said, yeah, you need to speak correctly on my phone.
Mama didn't play.
No, Mom did.
So, did we answer the question? Did we really answer the question?
I don't think we can really answer it because we not know what spiritual relation how to
Hatred and society attitudes.
unless you know someone that's personally been in one. Because I think
But even the dating.
it's a racial. I know culturally, like dating like people from like Jamaica and stuff like that. That's different for our Black Americans. It's real different. Certain things they do, we don't do, and vice versa. Like the whole laundry thing, I was like, are you kidding me? Like most like
you're gonna have to explain.
okay.
Yeah.
So most Jamaican men
I've never dated Jamaican.
won't wash all their clothes with your clothes. Like your undergarments, they won't put those with theirs.
Okay.
Which is weird. So I'm like, you having sex with me, but I can't put my underwear in the dark clothes.
Okay, like eat the balls and all, but you can't wash.
Yeah. So I was like, what? So that's the found a lot of Jamaican women, like old school Jamaican women, wash their underwear in the shower. Like seeing that, I was like, what? You put something in the washing machine. We're not pre-washing them and then putting them, you know? The power going out.
Was that our cue?
I didn't see the camera go out. I just seen that come out.
What are you doing?
Matt? Michael?
Matt, see, I hear me. Y'all done. Matt, say, I don't care where you gonna go. I gotta get out of here. You can talk out though. It is 8:00.
Y'all like to talk. Michael?
She did say we. Like
Matt?
Michael?
Who's that? The lights were flickering. I didn't know if that was our cue. Oh, okay. We'll cut that part out though. So, yeah, different cultures are very interesting.
Yeah.
That fan went off. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I would you date that?
Again, it depends on
For the person?
the person and attraction. You know.
have you ever? Is the question.
No, I haven't. I haven't.
I don't think I
Have they're fun.
But I would be open
It's
to
fun.
you know,
No, I'm
dating and understanding. And, you know,
It's fun. I've dated Asian guys, white guys, and Hispanic guys.
I've dated Hispanic, never white. I don't know how I feel about.
Well, I didn't say I had sex with it. But don't believe the hype because they're not.
I've heard that people tell me they're not. Yeah, I've heard that too, and I heard they're not all pink.
I dated a guy who was he was about your complexion. There was pink, and I was like,
What? Was he black? With a pink one? Really?
Just got suntan on the outside. Yeah, suntan. You need to go to the nude beach and tighten that thing up.
He wasn't me.
Y'all so vain. Would it matter if he was a billionaire?
the chemistry was that man.
He's a
nice guy.
You should try Hispanic, like Dominican. They're very passionate. And they're like black people.
He bad.
Dominican. Puerto Ricans. I prefer a black man though, just to be clear.
Like a brother. But like I said, hey, brothers.
I was one that grew up like
on some bullshit nowadays. I like, let me test my other counterpart.
I just brothers with a similar background.
It depends on where you're fishing.
Similar.
Well,
Where you're fishing.
I'm
Well, it depends on where you're.
I
position.
I position myself everywhere.
Well, you should.
I dated them all in different areas. Everybody.
How was the Asian guy?
I had the Asian guy could cook his ass off.
Also, what type of Asian though?
He was Asian.
It was like Filipinos.
Oh, he wasn't Filipino.
Like what's Korean? There's
He was from Hong Kong.
Oh, okay.
He spoke Mandarin.
Okay.
He could cook his ass off because I don't eat meat, so he definitely used to. We had the most fun, and he could sing his ass off. So karaoke night was always.
Did you know all Filipinos can sing?
No, all of them can sing, but he could sing his ass off.
But no,
He was the life of the party, and we had a lot of good times together. It was long distance because I travel a lot, so I mean, guys, all of so it kind of dwindled out because it was long distance. So no, he was fine. I never had sex with him, but he was a great kisser. We kissed, but he was fun. He was fun. We several white guys. I dated this white guy out of Cali who was a surfer. Just sex is all I do. He surfed.
Okay.
But he had a lot of money. And he was just cool though. He was like, I've done some traveling with him. Awesome. Great guy. Great guy.
Yes, that's so. Okay.
Right.
I think
That's why they don't believe the height, because he was not little.
No, I've heard. Well, they say that about black men. That's definitely not true.
True. They were saying black men.
I
You just never get from.
Overall, I think
No.
majority.
No. The statistics say the average size penis is 6 inches. Statistics. And men that are that's average size statistics.
across all races.
That's average. People who have anything smaller than like 4 inches is very small percentile. And then people who have penises that's larger than 6, 7, like 7, 8 is a very small, very percentile.
Who must only attract?
Me too. Because when I date black men, they be bringing that thing. Well, I said, oh, thank you, Jesus, for that attraction.
Well,
When I date black men, I always get that nice size.
but that's the question.
I get that nice size when I date black men. But I attract it. But I know I have girlfriends that the same. They don't.
Yeah, I think,
And I have girlfriends that don't live here. They live a lot of other places. So they say, they don't get. But it's everybody's preference. I have girlfriends say she likes the small.
well, yes, everybody has their
Right.
what's small and what's big.
I like right. Everybody's different with the size limit.
Like, yeah.
Right.
But we don't.
Size does matter.
To me,
But-
for me.
But
And it's-
size matters if it's extra small. We don't want extra small.
Oh,
I like medium. We don't want extra small, and we don't want small.
Right.
Medium, you could large, and I don't want extra large. Extra
Depends on how extra large brain.
extra large and extra small. No.
There are men that's extra large that don't know how to use it. And then you got the extra large ones that know how to.
Every time we have sex.
No, those are ones that don't know how to use it. They have to learn over the years how to maneuver.
Ricky got quiet.
And I'm just listening, man. But it's a process, man. Like
No judgment, right?
no judgment. Yeah, no judgment. So you just got to be creative and
I didn't say nothing. I said,
and,
huh.
As long as the
Understand your part.
other factor,
Right. How far is too far?
well, doesn't really matter the size as much as the hardness. Because like some guys over a certain age, that's a problem.
Yeah.
So it could be if it's a small,
But that's the high blood
fully
pressure.
erect penis is better than a medium
chicken.
Say what?
ish.
Yeah.
That's not good. No matter how big it is.
But then that goes back to the importance of what you take in, what you consume, what you eat.
In your ward, yeah.
How much water you drink, how much, take care of your
You gotta, like I said, you don't gotta be in the gym, be all buff, but you gotta
Get that cardio.
get that cardio in and get that stamina, get that blood flow going. And like I say, those that are on high blood pressure medication, it does affect your ability to have a good erection. That's a fact. It's a side effect. It is what it is.
And that's the same for diabetics too.
Yes, it is. It's a side effect.
That's why health is important.
Health is,
Yeah.
for me, I cannot date a man that does not care about his health. I just can't.
Yeah.
I
Eating
cannot do
properly,
it.
especially at this age. When you get
Right,
older.
especially, right. That's what I mean. Like, black men are the first ones that be on high blood pressure and are diabetic.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to stop eating fried chicken. And I'm like, yo, stop eating fried chicken.
They might not eat chicken. They might be pork chops.
Then pork chops, fried pork chops. Stop.
But you know what's more important though, I think the education piece. You know what I mean? But no, seriously, like some guys. No,
Stuff with your friends,
you know what? We actually did a Zoom meeting, and we talked about that erectile dysfunction and how to prevent it and all those different types of things. But again, they don't want to.
They don't,
because it ain't nothing that you want to.
you talk about. They'll say, no, I feel like, no, they'll say, oh, my dick can't get hard because of her.
Yeah.
But when I'm out here chasing,
No.
yeah, you out here chasing these young girls, they going to tell you what they need to get because they want this from you.
Yes.
Your dick still ain't staying hard no more than in 60 seconds.
But see, the thing is too though, it's mentally though. You know what I mean? And sometimes, man,
I'm saying they don't want to blame it's them. They rather blame the woman. That's her fault.
And then if you were honest, we could have a conversation about it. We could talk about diet, like
in
all
that
this.
house too.
Oh yeah.
Because he mad at her because he don't want to own that there's something wrong with him. So he's angry all the time. That creates that bad energy. And that's the argument.
Yeah, right. Let's talk about it because it's not a problem. Dick stands up around certain women. Like, don't do that.
Yeah. Don't say so. It's you.
well, I think it's important to understand your mate. You know what I'm saying? And you got to know, you know what I'm saying, what stimulates him. And I think if you understand those different types of things, and y'all both honest with each other, where y'all can talk about
But
this.
nothing you do stimulates him if he is on blood pressure medication or diabetes.
Well, they got different things. They got different things that can help. I believe. I'm not a doctor and nothing like that, but they got.
The thing they have, if you want to take them blue pills, and most people can't take. If you on high blood pressure, you can't take them blue pills, it'll give you a heart attack.
Yeah, sure.
So you don't need to be on.
I'm not a doctor, so I can't advise. You know, I can't advise.
You what's out
But no, but I'm saying there's other methods that they could work with, and it, you know, maybe she could talk to him about getting healthy. Maybe she need to get up in the morning, go to the gym.
But you can tell a person all day long to go to the gym, they ain't gonna get up and do it.
Well, he need to understand
He
that.
has to want to do it for himself.
Absolutely. If
He can make notes.
Well-
Sure. One thing I've learned about y'all black men, when y'all get a certain age, you can't tell y'all do nothing.
Well, but that's why you got to have that conversation. So if he know he having a problem in this particular area, and you telling him how he can work on this problem issue, because if he do work on those issues, then it could minimize the use of being on that blood pressure medication, which in turn would give him the benefits of getting a harder erection, and then he could satisfy that woman. So if he don't want to get up and go to the gym, if he don't want to stop eating chicken, and he don't want to take those make healthy options and healthy decisions, then that's on him. You're gonna have to find you somebody else to handle the business. You know, at the end of the day, that's what
I
it's
am
gonna take.
never opposed to moving the fuck.
So
Because it is all about happiness for me at this point in life. I have been there. I have been there to try to support a black man and through everything and beat her and forget about me and myself. I will never do that shit again.
Be a mutual.
Never. I give somebody that is same mindset as I do. I'm not saying I'm a workout fiend. I love it because it's about me. I'm not doing it impressing me. That's just some shit I like. I'm so as hell right now sitting here. But I want somebody to at least do a little something. I ain't saying you got to be like and all that because I don't really care for no muscle bound. Right? That shit ain't sexy to me either. But I need you to be healthy enough. I need you. If I say when the last time you got it, because I ask that on dates. When the last time you've been to the doctor and got a health check? That's important to me. You tell me you ain't been. I'm right here.
For a certain age,
I'm right here. I'm all in my phone at that point. Like that's important that you care enough about yourself. Because if you don't care about yourself, how are you gonna care for me?
Yeah.
Sure. You can't do the two. You can't do that. It doesn't. The two does not go.
right.
And I want somebody that cares about themselves, then they know how to care about. And that's just me. That's why I said if I'm not sitting in nothing, baby, I'm gone.
And on that note,
I ain't heard from I get to tell. I ain't heard from you in the right. You won't.
and on that note, it's a wrap.